Привет! In this video, I will explain you what the category of state is. It's a very simple and important part of speech in Russian. Let's go. For example, все хорошо. Everything is fine. Or это трудно. It's difficult. Or мне холодно. I'm cold. So, what do you think? Are these adjectives or adverbs? They look like adjectives in English, right? Everything is good, this is difficult, I'm cold. But in Russian, they are neither adjectives nor adverbs. This is a special part of speech called категория состояния, category of state, or предикативы, predicative words, a special part of speech. Let's look at simple sentences, some examples. These are the examples. Мне грустно. I feel sad. Сегодня тепло. It's warm today. В Москве дорого. It's expensive in Moscow. Учиться трудно. Studying is difficult. Все отлично. Everything is great. All of these sentences have no subject. They are impersonal sentences. There is no grammatical subject in them. Also, there is no action in them. Nothing is happening. It's a state that is described or a feeling. There is no active action. So, impersonal sentences, no action. Категория состояния. The category of state. These are special words to describe a state or condition. Physical, emotional, weather, сегодня холодно, да? Evaluation, or situation, or a possibility, necessity. And they are always part of the predicate. They are never the subject. And they don't change for gender or for number. They always stay the same. The category of state can be used in different patterns, in different grammatical patterns. With dative. Мне скучно. Мне is dative. I am bored. Or it can be used with infinitive. Учиться интересно. Studying is interesting. Учиться is infinitive. It can be used with time expression. Сегодня холодно. It's called today. Or with the place expression. На улице темно. It's dark outside. На улице. It can be used with the pronoun. Все понятно. Everything is clear. Or it can also be used with nothing. Отлично. Great. Let's compare these words with short adjectives. Sometimes category of state words look exactly like short adjectives, but they are not. They are homonyms, homonymы. Let's compare. Книга хороша. The book is good. So, хороша is a short adjective. And it describes a noun. Книга, the book, is the subject. And it agrees with the noun in gender, хороша. Все хорошо. Хорошо here is a category of state because it describes a situation and there is no subject here. Let's look at more examples. Шоу интересно. The show is interesting. Here, интересно is a short adjective. We are talking about the show, and show is neuter. That's why интересно has the O in the end. Мне интересно. Here, интересно is a category of state because it doesn't describe me, but it describes the situation and the feeling, how I feel. Let's look at more examples. Горы видны. Видны here is a short adjective. The mountains are visible. The mountains, горы, is the subject. Видны is a short adjective. Видно город. We can see the city. Here, видно is the category of state. It's describing the situation or the possibility. And город is not a subject. It's actually here in the accusative case. It's the object. So, category of state is not an adjective because adjectives, all adjectives, long or short, describe a noun or a pronoun and agree with it in gender, in number, and in case. And category of state does neither. It describes the situation and it forms impersonal sentences with no subject. Here, gori is the subject, but город is the object. Город is the object. Now let's compare category of state with adverbs. Why it's not an adverb? Because adverbs describe a feature of an action, or they tell us how an action is done. For example, он говорит тихо, he speaks quietly. So here we describe the action. Sometimes adverbs also describe a feature of another feature or another adverb. We can say очень тихо, very quietly. But category of state words do not do either of these things. They form impersonal sentences with no action. So category of state tells us the state здесь тихо. It is quiet here. Therefore, because there is no action in category of state, in the past we will use the verb было. So in the past, it will, with an adverb, it will be он говорил тихо, but the category of state sentence will have здесь было тихо. It was quiet here. Now let's guess. What is in the sentence? Is it an adverb? Is it a category of state? Or is it an adjective? Номер 1. Мы читаем быстро. We read fast. It's an adverb. It describes how an action is done. We are reading fast. Мы читаем как? Быстро. Номер 2. В комнате тепло. It's warm in the room. It's a category of state. It describes a situation. There is no action and there is no subject. Номер 3. Задание интересно. The task is interesting. It's an adjective. Интересно describes the subject задание. Задание is neuter and интересно agrees with it in gender and number. Номер 4. Она пишет красиво. She writes nicely, beautifully. It's an adverb. There is an action, пишет. Она пишет как красиво. It describes the action. Номер 5. Лето прекрасно. The summer is wonderful. It's an adjective. Лето is the subject. It's also neuter, and прекрасно agrees with it in gender and number. Номер 6. На улице холодно. It's cold outside. Yes, it's the category of state. There is no subject, there is no action. It describes the weather, the state. So how is it normally taught in textbooks? In many beginner textbooks, in most beginner textbooks, at A1 level, category of state is presented simply as adverbs. For example, хорошо, плохо, трудно. Why? Because the form is the same and it's easier for beginners. But really, they are a separate part of speech with a special function. But this is okay for A1 communication. Later, students might be confused when they learn adjectives and adverbs more formally. Why is it important? First of all, they are everywhere in daily Russian. Small talk, weather, emotions, prices, difficulty, necessity. Even at A1 level, knowing category of state helps you speak naturally about your feelings, about situations, etc. It helps you understand why there is no subject in the sentence and to avoid mixing it up with adjectives and adverbs. And without them, the speech sounds unnatural. We use them all the time. So, category of state is simple in form, but it's important in function. These are special words for describing conditions in impersonal sentences. It's not an adverb, it's not an adjective, it's its own thing in Russian grammar. It's often used with dative, infinitive, time, place expressions, or alone. So learn them early because they are everywhere in Russian. Спасибо!